Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. So we've just seen day 2 of the no confidence debate motion now end for the day. It has of course ended with Home Minister Amit Shah's speech that did touch upon not just the differences between the previous governments, the Congress era and the BJP era, but most importantly on Manipur as well. Initially, amid flip-flops and widespread confusion, Rahul Gandhi finally addressed the parliament on the second day of this no-confidence motion debate, launching a scathing attack on the centre. The Wayanad MP alleged that political integrity has been obliterated in Manipur. Branding the Modi government as betrayers, Rahul Gandhi asserted they lacked in nationalistic spirit, contending that their politics compromised the essence of India within the state of Manipur. Responding from the government side earlier today was Union Minister Smriti Irani, who took on Rahul Gandhi on more than just the issue of Manipur. She invoked the 1984 Sikh massacre, the 1990s Kashmir Pandits exodus and massacre to emphasize that the Congress party's past was marred by bloodshed. Her comment calling Rahul misogynistic came because BJP women MPs have complained that he blew a flying kiss towards them in an indecent act. Congress, of course, has rejected all of these claims. Finally, as I mentioned, Home Minister Amit Shah took on the no-confidence motion, calling it politically motivated. He reiterated BJP's stand on the difference between UPA era and Modi terms. But most importantly, on Manipur, he presented the facts leading up to the violence that started a few months ago, while adding that he never shied away from responding on this or a debate on this issue. He claimed he was not being allowed to speak earlier. But possibly most important statement that came from him today was on the demands to sack current Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh. The Home Minister said that Chief Ministers are changed when they don't cooperate, and the current Chief Minister is cooperating. As the verbal rhetorical battle intensifies and reaches a crescendo ahead of the final day of this debate, the question we ask is exactly who is leading the battle of perception. Is it the NDA, the government side, or the India bloc, the opposition? We'll take that to our guests in just a bit, but let me first break down some top statements made by Amit Shah today. Of course, most important were his statements on politics over Manipur or the violence that has been raging in Manipur. So first up, he mentioned, as far as that video is concerned, he said politics over that parading incident that came to light on video just before the parliament session began was shameful. And he also reiterated that even before this session began, he had written to the Lok Sabha Speaker and said that he is ready as a Home Minister for a debate on the Manipur issue. He also went on to say and criticize the Congress or the previous governments by saying that we, as in the BJP government under Narendra Modi, does not have a hota hai approach. So they are not just sitting idly as this goes on in Manipur. He mentioned for over 6 years under the BJP rule till May 2023 this year, there was not a single curfew in Manipur, a state that of course has been marred by violence in the past. He also said, and this is an important statement from the Home Minister, that the April judgment of the Manipur High Court acted as fuel to fire, even though there are other ground realities that resulted as far as this violent cycle is concerned. And finally, as I mentioned, he's backed current Chief Minister Biren Singh and said that CMs are changed when they don't cooperate. In other words, there is no need to change the current Chief Minister. So today in Parliament, Union Minister Smriti Irani and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi also locked horns over the issue of Manipur before, of course, the final session belongs to the Home Minister Amit Shah. Let's take a look at exactly how these two parliamentarians came face to face. So Rahul Gandhi today, in a rather hyperbolic statement, said that Bharat Mata was killed in Manipur by the centre, a statement that has drawn much ire from the BJP and the government. When Smriti Irani spoke, she asserted that Manipur is an integral part of India. Rahul Gandhi also said that BJP government has divided Manipur into two parts. In a veiled jab at Rahul, Union Minister Smriti Irani remarked, "You're not India because India isn't corrupt." This is of course on the opposition bloc. Rahul retorted, "For Prime Minister Modi, Manipur does not seem to be within India." This is of course a line that the Congress has been taking, claiming that the Prime Minister is not visiting the state, so therefore something is amiss. A counter from the Amethi MP followed, stating India values merit, not dynasty. Rahul escalated confrontation, targeting the Prime Minister's perceived arrogance for not visiting the state of Manipur. The Union Minister Smriti Irani launched a scathing critique, asserting Rahul epitomizes incompetence in India. In a dramatic moment within Parliament, Rahul also drew a parallel between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Ravan, something that a former Congress leader has also done, quipping, the PM, much like Ravan, listens to only two voices. Irani, on her part, questioned what was Robert Vadra's association with Adani, since Rahul and the Congress have been attacking the government on the issue of Adani companies as well. Meanwhile, BJP MPs have lodged a complaint with the Speaker against Rahul Gandhi, alleging that he blew a flying kiss. The complaint was endorsed by as many as 20 women parliamentarians. Let me break down what some of the statements in this complaint are saying. Women BJP MPs are alleging that Rahul behaved in an indecent manner. He made this inappropriate gesture towards Smriti Irani. That's at least what the letter says. They demanded stringent action against such behavior, claiming that dignity of female members was insulted. Eventually, they suggested that this was a flying kiss blown in the direction of women parliamentarians from the BJP party. And Rahul's alleged action, they said, brought disrepute and lowered House dignity. With that, let's go across to our first debate coming up. The no trust debate. Who is exactly leading this battle of perception? That's coming up with our guests.
आज आपको डरने की जरूरत नहीं।
Quit India!
मणिपुर में हिंदुस्तान की हत्या की है। मैं मणिपुर में अपनी माँ की हत्या की बात कर रहा हूँ। मैं आदर से बोल रहा हूँ। आपने मेरी माँ की हत्या की मणिपुर में। एक मेरी माँ यहाँ बैठी है, दूसरी माँ को आपने मणिपुर में मारा है।
मोदी जी ने आज नारा दिया है, भ्रष्टाचार क्विट इंडिया, परिवारवाद क्विट इंडिया, तुष्टीकरण क्विट।
मणिपुर खंडित नहीं है, विभाजित नहीं है, मेरे देश का अंग है।
मैंने सिर्फ सच्चाई रखी।
Never before has the misogynistic behavior of a man been so visible in Parliament as what was done by Shri Rahul Gandhi today.
बिल्कुल नहीं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, बल्कि उनको बोलने में जितना उन्होंने डिस्टर्ब किया है उतना करना नहीं चाहिए। जब एक इंसान बोलता है तो उसकी बातें तो सुने, उसका मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं।
सबसे ज्यादा
The question is who's leading the battle of perception, because remember, the no trust motion is not really about the numbers, because the government is not in any real danger. Let me take that to our guest joining us. Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, is with us. Dolly Sharma from the Congress party. I'm also joined by Javed Ansari, senior journalist, and Manisha Priyam, who's a political analyst, with us. Let me begin with our political guest first. Dolly Sharma, I'm coming to you. Not only has the Home Minister given a very detailed response on the issue of Manipur, which was your prime objective as far as this motion is concerned. He has called it a politically motivated motion because he said today that I wanted to speak on this issue from day one, but the opposition was not allowing him to speak. Are you finally satisfied with the fact that there's been such a detailed response from the Home Minister nonetheless?
When did he wanted to speak on Manipur? Nobody knows. Because from day one, this government was running away. Now, because of this motion, they are speaking today, and also, again and again, they are quoting politics and all. देश की महिलाओं की इज्जत तार-तार हुई है। मणिपुर के घर जल रहे हैं, लोग अपने घरों में नहीं रह रहे, और इस चीज को ये राजनीति कह रहे हैं। विपक्ष सवाल भी ना करे इनसे, विपक्ष इनसे पूछे भी ना कि डबल इंजन की सरकार आखिर क्यों फेल हो रही है। राहुल गांधी gave 2 examples in the parliament. He gave only 2. He has visited, he's seen what has happened to the children, to the females. 80 साल की औरत को जिंदा जला दिया. Is it normal? एक छोटे बच्चे को गोली मार दी. Is it normal?
But the Home Minister is not alleging. The Home Minister is not suggesting that it is normal. The Home Minister said that even before the session began, I wrote to the Speaker saying that I wanted to speak on this and I wanted a discussion on this.
No, opposition is not politicizing this. Opposition is asking. Opposition is asking the question to this double engine ki sarkar that you have failed. You promised peace and you have failed and you are running away from the questions. You are diverting the issue. और देश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार चूहे के मरने का राजनीति करती है और वहां पर इस्तीफे मांगती है. तो अगर हम बीरेन सिंह का इस्तीफा मांग रहे हैं तो क्या गलत करेंगे वो लोग जो हाथी के मरने पे.
Good you raised that point because the Home Minister did exactly speak on that. He has endorsed Biren Singh continuing in his position by saying that there is no need to change him because the Chief Minister is cooperating. In other words, that he is doing whatever he can do in this situation to normalize the situation. Yes, Charu Pragya, please come in. The Congress still believes that, the questions over Manipur were evaded by the government till the time the opposition came together to move this motion and bring you into the House. And even towards the end of the session today, when the Home Minister wanted to have a resolution from the House on peace to prevail in Manipur, the opposition, especially the Congress, insisted the Prime Minister should be present for that.
Shivani, so I'm going to take two statements that the Congress spokesperson has raised. First of all the outrage that she is showing now on Manipur, she should have been aware that the government wanted to discuss Manipur since the day Parliament commenced, since day one. It was this very same opposition which ensured this discussion did not happen. Our Home Minister, our Defence Minister, all of us, whatever medium of communication we could find, we've been saying, stop disrupting the Parliament and let's talk, let's be sensible and let's allow the Parliament to function. So, Dolly ji, maybe you should have been more aware of what is happening in Parliament before making statements like that. Number two, she's talking of Desh ki Mahilaएं today. I like the anger with which you are talking about the people in Manipur. Definitely. We all feel the same anger. But because आप ही ने बोला है देश की महिलाएं, I want to know whether you or any of your leaders have given any statement about देश की महिलाएं जो राजस्थान में रहती हैं या देश की महिलाएं आपके हिसाब से केवल मणिपुर में ही रहती हैं. None of you have spoken out about it. In fact, you have gone on to sack the minister who raised the concern about the situation of women in Rajasthan. So please do not be double-edged about this. You're exposing your hypocrisy. Lastly, you think this entire discussion in Parliament today
like you are doing
is happening.
3 people arrested immediately.
I did not interrupt you, Dolly.
In Rajasthan,
Dolly, I did not interrupt you.
Okay,
Dolly, I know the reality upsets you. Do not speak over me.
Okay, I would appreciate everybody can have their say without any crosstalk. Dolly, I'll come back to you. I'll give you an opportunity to respond, Dolly, one more time. Let Charu finish. 2 of our guests are waiting. Yes, Charu, please complete. Although I don't think on a day like today we should be making any comparisons of what else has happened in any other state. Manipur, of course, is going through ethnic violence cycle of an almost unprecedented scale.
We are not drawing a comparison. We are also discussing, and our Home Minister has spoken for 2 hours about it. Anyway, let's come back to the no confidence motion. This same no confidence motion which was predicted by Honorable Modi ji 5 years ago. In 2018, when the UPA government tried to pull the same stunt, the exact same thing happened. You know what you are doing? You already know you don't have the numbers. You think you can set an agenda for an election by using a parliamentary tool, a critical, important one like that, to meet your political agendas. It's not right. It's misusing democracy. Anyways, everything that you have said will be blown to shatters tomorrow, like it has been blown to shatters today when the NDA has stood up and spoken. Tomorrow Modi ji will speak. But, let's remember one more very, very critical thing. Today, whatever is happening in Parliament, they also know what is going to be the result of this.
Okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Let's focus on the statements that have been made today. And as far as the issue of Manipur is concerned,
and I want to talk about Rahul Gandhi winking
as far as the battle of perception is concerned, is one side looking to win that battle? Because ultimately it is about perception. barely a year to go, less than a year to go ahead of next general elections. So let me go across to our experts joining us. Manisha Priyam, why don't I come to you? Do you believe with the Home Minister's intervention today, which is of course penultimate intervention before the Prime Minister's intervention tomorrow, the government seems to be on a strong footing, not just defeating the no confidence motion in numbers, but also in perception, or no?
No, government definitely seems to be on a strong footing, and this was widely expected. I also believe that the Home Minister should have been allowed to speak on the floor of the House. In fact, both houses on the situation in Manipur. The Home Minister of himself as the authority and the locus standi to inform the House of matters of concern. The opposition should have allowed those statements to be made, and that would have led to a bipartisan debate emerging on Manipur. Having said these things, absolutely, in the defense of the current government, there is one thing that I do not concede on at all, and that is on peripheral debates outside the House, raising issues of Rajasthan and Bengal and saying so many here, so many there, did you speak here, did you speak there? Let us tell you that as women, the conscience of this nation is stunned on what's happened in Manipur, and the Chief Minister of Manipur has seen this tragedy in the making. Forget anything else. There are articles 356 under which he should have been dismissed. He should have had his own conscience. How does he feel comfortable that a majority ethnic community has led to violence perpetrated on this scale on women who were simply doing the act of living agricultural lives, bringing up their children? So let me tell you that the trauma is immense, and even the opposition should have allowed the statements of the Home Minister
Earlier as well.
in both houses of parliament. The debate should have been absolutely non-partisan. I am not happy to hear Manipur is a very grave situation, and definitely if any government deserves to be dismissed, it is this government, because
Okay.
it's locus standi to be the government even of the people of Manipur. It is now perceived largely as a government of one side, and that's not something we believe. You know, our government, for example, when the Home Minister is speaking, Prime Minister is speaking, they take the confidence of the nation with them. Whatever there may be political differences within the House, the citizen tunes into national debates and listens to what the words of confidence or words of ground situation,
Okay.
words of action taken are being given by our ministers.
Okay,
And
fair enough, Manisha Prem. I'll come back to you. Interesting point you make, that as far as the question of whether this current government deserves to continue or not, in other words, the CM deserves to continue or not, you feel that, you know, that we've come to a pass where we can no longer say that. But let me bring in Javed Ansari as well. Javed, the question as far as the perception battle is concerned is also this. The Home Minister today said, I wanted to speak from day one of this session. I was not being allowed. There are non-aligned parties that feel that bringing this motion was not required. It could have been avoided. The discussion or debate, even on Manipur, could have happened without bringing this motion. So, purely on perception, could the opposition have allowed a debate under various rules? Or did they really need to insist that the Prime Minister must come and speak and not be satisfied with the Home Minister's statement?
Give me one reason why the Prime Minister should not speak on this debate. Is Manipur not a part of India? Is this situation not serious enough to warrant the Prime Minister's intervention? My reasons for wanting the Prime Minister to speak is, we may or may not agree with the Prime Minister. You don't have to be an admirer. But the fact is that he's the tallest leader in the country. He is the Prime Minister of India. If the Prime Minister of India makes an appeal, that will have a far greater effect than anybody else doing it. Even the Home Minister or the Defense Minister or anybody else. So what is this? Is he not accountable? He can speak on the Manipur issue after the Supreme Court has indicated it will appeal. He spoke for 32 seconds outside Parliament, in the car park of Parliament, but did not deem it fit to come to the floor of the House and speak. Why can this not happen? What is this big issue? Is he not accountable? Is he above Parliament? Is he not answerable? Why can't the Prime Minister not speak? Yes, the debates sometimes in Parliament You win the debate, but lose the vote, as happened on the Delhi civil services case. Clearly, the BJP has the numbers, the government has the numbers, and they will certainly win the debate. They will win the numbers game, certainly. The Home Minister spoke for 2 hours and more. I would have been very happy. Speaking is not enough. What is the answer you have provided? What have you come up with? What are you going to do?
But the Home Minister did speak on that, and there is a complex situation. Yes, sir, I'll give you that. The Home Minister did speak on this, and I think hearing from the Home Minister was instrumental and educational today.
What is the answer, solution he offered? Maybe I didn't hear, you heard, educate us.
No, that's what I was coming to, that possibly there was no solution that was presented today. But can a solution to this very complex problem be presented in a debate like this? That's the only question I was coming to, but fair enough, fair point. Charu Pragya, please respond to both the question of why the Chief Minister is being persisted with, and why is it a problem if the Prime Minister is expected to speak on this issue, which possibly will now happen tomorrow only because this motion is being debated?
No, absolutely not, Shivani. And let's remember that it's the job of the opposition to hold the government accountable. And by all means, you should be holding the government accountable. But for the entire opposition, the government means one person. It does not mean his council of ministers. It does not mean the domain expert, the minister in charge of home affairs of the country, or our defense minister. I don't think that is the right approach to the issue. It is like being a stubborn child and insisting on certain things. The Prime Minister's views on Manipur have been evidently clear from the first day. He has spoken and he did not mince his words in his statement at all. That being said, how do you know if you had allowed the parliament to function, somebody would not have clarified exactly what has been said today much earlier? You are just intent on wasting time of the parliament. Maybe the Prime Minister himself would have spoken. Now it is very easy for you to say that we did all of this because of the Prime Minister. Please hold the government accountable. Do not point fingers at one individual only, which is what the opposition wants to do. Even yesterday, Rahul Gandhi ji was saying that I will speak when the Prime Minister is present. Are you speaking to the Prime Minister, or are you speaking to the country? Are you speaking to the Prime Minister, or are you speaking in Parliament? I don't understand what kind of a statement is that.
Let Dolly come in very quickly. I want to go to the issue of Rahul Gandhi's speech today as well. I have limited time. Dolly Sharma, please respond. 1 second, Charu, 1 second. Dolly, the question is,
nothing is parliamentary.
Charu, 1 second, please. Dolly, the question is, if the opposition also made it more an ego battle, instead of being earnest in what they were wanting to get out, who knows, the Prime Minister could have responded had the House been allowed to function in a normal manner.
See, from day one, my question remains the same. We wanted answers on Manipur. And exactly the same point as Sir quoted here, that he is the highest chair of this country. And Manipur is no normal situation. When would we expect the Prime Minister to come and request and ask the country कि शांति बनाओ, मणिपुर में शांति बनाओ? हमने कोई एक स्टेटमेंट प्राइम मिनिस्टर का नहीं देखा कि उन्होंने कहा हो मणिपुर में शांति की बहाली कीजिए, या नूह में ऐसे दंगे ना हो, शांति की अपील. Did you see a Prime Minister speaking to this nation, appealing for peace? No, we did not.
I like the faith that even the Congress is showing in the Prime Minister's ability. So thank you for that, Dolly, because it is evidently clear from what you are saying is even you understand that besides Prime Minister Modi, nobody is in a better place to be at the helm of affairs in this country. So thank you for that. But even Prime Minister Modi does not have a magic wand that can wave away the ill treatment of the Northeast for 50 plus years. And you have to take responsibility for that. What we are seeing today is a result of 42 years of insurgency which was encouraged by you.
Okay, 1 second. We've been through this. We've been through this. Unfortunately, I have limited time, a little bit of a lesser time, because the Home Minister's speech spilled into the show. I want to come very quickly, and I'll give all of our panelists 30 seconds on the other thing we witnessed in Parliament today. And Dolly, I'll give you the first opportunity. a charge, serious, if you look at the charge made against Rahul Gandhi. There is no clear video that suggests he did what the BJP parliamentarians are accusing him of. I don't know, maybe a video will emerge, I'm not so sure. But a serious charge was made that he was indecent in his behavior by blowing a kiss towards women parliamentarians. Please, very quickly, how would you respond to that? 30 seconds. Dolly.
Ji, can you repeat the question again?
How do you respond to the charge made against Rahul Gandhi today over his alleged flying kiss?
Oh, come on, whatever the video that came out, उसमें भी कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है. इनको ना जाने क्या क्या दिखता है. मणिपुर पर बात नहीं करनी, उसके अलावा सब चीजों पर बात करनी है. और हमारे नेता तो पूरे देश में मोहब्बत की बात करते हैं. वो उनके हर दुख में देश की जनता के हर दुख में
वाह मोहब्बत की बात करते तो are you allowed to blow kisses to women? It doesn't matter who that person is, and it's even worse if the person is a sitting minister of India.
But did he do that,
Charu? You're actually
Charu?
saying it's okay to blow kisses at women. मोहब्बत की बात करते हैं.
But Charu, you'll have to prove
Okay,
this
you know
charge,
what,
right?
Shivani, let's remember 5 years
One by
ago.
one, Dolly, please, you had your
so
say.
let's
Charu
go
and
back
I,
5
please.
years.
Charu and I, please.
Let's
Charu,
go back
30
5
seconds.
years.
One by one.
Okay, कोई evidence.
So yeah, let's go back 5 years.
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi thought it is okay to give an unwanted hug to our honorable Prime Minister and then wink after that. Is that parliamentary behavior? Gauri is defending him by saying ये तो मतलब मोहब्बत फैला रहे हैं. क्या would you be okay if a man winks at you? ये कोई मोहब्बत फैलाने की बात है? You are endorsing it, and this is happening in our parliament. This is happening in our parliament.
Okay, I've run out of time.
Please,
We'll have to wait and see exactly how this goes.
Sorry.
But this isn't the first time when it comes to gestures a charge has been made against Rahul Gandhi. But I think the more important thing is to focus on the more meaty issue of the day, which is, of course, no confidence motion, but also what the Home Minister has now said on the issue of Manipur. I thank our guests for joining us. I have to slip into a very short break. But on the other side, we do continue our focus on the no confidence motion and the debate. Because remember, all eyes will be on the Prime Minister now on day 3, the final day of this motion debate. I'll be joined by our CNN News 18 team that is tracking the no confidence motion debate on the other side as we preview the Prime Minister's speech.